Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today on 10 Minutes More or Less Ship Review, right behind me I have the MISC Prospector. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, welcome back to another review. Today, the Prospector, one of 4 ships that actually has a role outside of cargo hauling or dogfighting. So, this one here is a light mining vessel made to go ahead and crack those rocks. But before we get into it, really quick, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you're not, you will not be notified about giveaways, which right now I have a pretty big one going on due to getting 10,000 subs, already at 11,000. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate all of you. So make sure you subscribe and enter into that giveaway. Otherwise, again, you guys are all awesome. Let's get into this ship here. I haven't reviewed this one since the end of last year, so I haven't taken a look at it in a while. Obviously, you know, it's a pretty simple ship, so not too much can change, but we've had some pretty big updates since then. So let's go ahead and take a look anyways. This ship is $155 if you were to buy it on the Pledge store, or if you buy it in game, it's $2,929,500 aUEC at the city of Lorville, if you were to go ahead and buy that in game. Pretty good price, honestly, for what this ship can do for you. Go ahead and crack some rocks and make some good aUEC, allowing you to become very, rich very quick. Now, this ship isn't a fighter by any means. It does have 2 guns on it, though. 2 size 1 CF-117 Bulldogs, outputting a total of 234 DPS altogether. Now, that really won't do much for you in terms of going out and trying to attack a target, but at least it allows you to protect yourself or, push around a rock or something if you need to. But that's about it. Or maybe some swamp rats, right? I don't think it's going to do anything when that giant worm comes out of the ground on the planet of Monix. Which, again, if you look in the background, I'm in Pyro. So enjoy the view while we're talking about this ship. Outside of that, there is no missiles or any other defensive capability, no turrets, nothing like that. This is a single seat ship for a single person altogether. Now, you do have a little bit of protection. You have 3 size 1 shields giving you 5,550 bubble shield, which honestly isn't terrible. And compared to the other ship, the Vulture, in regards to doing a profession, it's average. It's the same. So that's great. It's good that the shield, isn't dramatically different and you're a lot less than, another ship in somewhat of a similar job field. But anyways, it's good to have. Now, past that, you do have 21,396 ship HP. Now, that's a little low, but there's not too many areas to lose your HP. You do have, your 2 main engine thrusters off the body, so you want to be careful about that to not lose those. And then, of course, you have your cargo bags there that carry the ore that you need to go get refined. So something to consider there as well. But outside of that, most of the HP is along the hull, so allowing you to survive some hits before you blow up. So I would try to run out of there as quick as you can, which is going to be very hard to do given the fact that you're a very slow ship. Before I touch on that, you have 32 SCU of cargo space for that raw ore that's held in those ore bags on the side. So there's 4 ore bags, and that's it. Now, you can't hold any sort of other cargo. There's no cargo grid, nothing like that for boxes. It's all refined ore, or not refined, but unrefined ore, so raw ore, which you can remove these bags and have new bags placed as long as that is working and not buggy, which typically it works. It's just all about being able to buy it in the store and bring it up the cargo area, blah, blah, blah. So in the end, that is the objective, is being able to mine things, take that unrefined ore and drop it off to the Expanse or to a station or to a C1 Spirit that's sitting idly by, and have more bags waiting for you so you can continue your mining so you don't have to really leave the area, which is really, really cool. I really appreciate that, and I can't wait until that full gameplay loop comes into play, especially once the Expanse comes out. It's going to be pretty cool. Past that, like I was saying, this ship is dreadfully slow. So if you're getting attacked, it's best to really try to get out of there as soon as possible, because you're going to be leaving the area at a snail's pace at 156 SCM as a top speed, with a 371 forward boost and a 160 backwards boost, with a top nav speed of 994. So I'm telling you right now, this ship is tiny, it's got massive thrusters, so maybe they'll look at their speed in the future. You know, every ship is going to be changing over the next year or two. Until we hit 1.0, no ship is concrete what it is. So this ship, just like that, could potentially get an increase in speed, hopefully. Now, it's a profession ship. Why wouldn't it be just a little bit faster, given the fact that it has nothing else going for it? In terms of defensive capability, offensive capability, you're only out there to mine, right? So you should have a little bit more speed. Hopefully that gets touched on. Otherwise, right now, be careful. You're slow. It's pitch, yaw, roll, 32-75. It's not end of the world, not the worst, but for a ship this small, it's pretty bad. So again, avoid combat. This ship does have 21 SCU of hydrogen fuel and 1.2 SCU of quantum fuel. Now, again, like I said, it's a mining ship. It's a solo seater. So let's go ahead and hop into the inside and see what that looks like. Now, when you enter the ship, it's from the side ladder here. There is no other accessible points of the ship. It's just this ladder, which is a pretty good entrance and is typical of MISC, like on the Freelancer. So you should be used to it by now if you've flown any of their other ships. When you first come in, to the left, you have the cockpit, which you have a very expansive window, which is awesome. I love this. This is not typical of MISC design. MISC usually has a very mailbox slot view or something like out of a medieval helmet, but this here is gorgeous and great for such a ship in its role, allowing you to see everything you're mining. Which, speaking of mining, this does have a size 1 mining laser. So if you want to replace the head, it's got to be a size 1, but otherwise, it's a pretty good laser. You just might want to look into upgrading it sooner rather than later. We'll go ahead and take a look into the rest of the ship here. Straight off the bat, you do have a toilet area with a nice little restroom and toilet seating area for your business. I'm going to go ahead and stay out of there. We don't like those rooms. Moving on, you have a little kitchen area where you can get some water, food, as well as your component access when that becomes available. A lot of the times in these older ships, the components and gold standard just is not there yet. With this one, not here yet. It'll be here hopefully sooner or later. I can't access any of these doors, which is just too bad. And right here is your bed. So if you want to go to sleep, here's where you're going to be doing it. And you would typically have a fire extinguisher right here, probably behind that lovely little door. Otherwise, you have what would be the storage access down here. Again, not accessible. So it looks pretty great. Oh, look at that, a fire extinguisher. You'd think that would be behind the door that says emergency kit and then fire extinguisher, but it's kind of plastered over here in an awkward looking spot. Probably going to hit my knee on that at least more than once. It's got a pretty nice little interior, giving you everything you need to fly the MISC Prospector for a while and making sure you don't have to go back to a station as long as you have someone to pick up your mining bags. Now let's go ahead and talk about a score. Overall, the Prospector is a fantastic ship, especially since it really has no competition. You have the Mole, which is a much bigger ship and a multi-crew ship with a couple seats and a lot more work to maintain, but this ship, given the fact that there's no other competition out there, it's going to already rate really high. It does great, it makes a lot of money, and it's able to do good for you. Honestly, my score is an 8 out of 10, and if you were to take out components and gold standard from my list of, review score, it's a 9 out of 10. The only thing this thing gets hit on is its speed. Its speed is dreadfully slow and honestly would feel much better if the ship was a little bit faster. So overall, fantastic ship. What do you think of the Prospector? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you have one or do you prefer to go out and salvage with the Vulture? Thanks for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks to my channel members for supporting me even more. You guys are all amazing. The best viewers around. Everybody, thank you for watching and have a good one.